Alright, cool beans. I'm your host Hex. I'm quickly going to go over how I got these 2 max health upgrades and also these 2 extra skill damage boosts to my jewelry and my chest piece. Now, why would that be important? Because if people that want field general, this could work for any piece of gear, weapons. It works for every tactic. I use this on my weapons. So the way I got this weapons, gear very cheaply was basically what I like to call transferring or swinging gear around. Basically, I had a quest ring that only could get basically leveled up. And instead of fitting that quest ring into my dimensional band ring, I instead transferred that ring into another ring, which I filled up with just cheap traits, then transferred that over to my Ember dimensional band, and I basically got a 2-for-1. I was able to get 2 damage boosts for the price of 1 by doing this tactic. Now, this will save you a lot of Lucent in the long run. Definitely will help you, like right here. I have 2 extra max health on my plate of the field general. Very beneficial there. I did this for my weapons. So let's go over the tactic. But before we get started, if you guys hit the like, subscribe button, it really goes a long way. Greatly do appreciate it. Also follow me on Twitch or watch me here on YouTube. I do stream live. And pretty much it. But enough of that nonsense. Let's get our way into the video. So on my ult, I finally got this Amber dimensional band. And I've been using this quest ring, right? The one you get from the quest rewards to the Rutain's Ring of Wander. Decent ring, but now that I want to upgrade it, there's one problem that I noticed that I did on my main that I wish I did on my ult, and that was transferring blessing. So basically what I could do is I could just transfer this over for some levels, and that's it. The only problem is I don't transfer any blessing. There's no blessing going to this ring. Now the problem is with this ring, you can't trade it out. So there is no way to put blessing on this ring. However, there is a little trick that I've been doing, which is I will have a dummy ring or a dummy piece of gear. This is going to work for any gear. So right here, I have this Imperial ring, right? Very cheap to get, very easy to get too. You get it from the Abominations in Silius Abyss, any of the 5th or 6th floors. So it's a very easy to get ring, and the traits aren't very expensive. I mean, like, let's see, health regen. So let's go to the auction house. So we go here to the auction house, stun chance. Like, this is actually way cheaper. Do I have stun chance on my ring? So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting all the cheap ones. So I do need stun chance and health regen. So let's go back to it. Stun chance is very cheap. We're going to buy that ring. Obviously, this will vary depending on your server. Did I buy both? Yep, I bought 2 stun chances for 19 Lucent, right? So now I need 1 more stun chance, 25, and another health regen. So let's go back to, I just need 1 more health regen. I'm gonna buy this one. Now you could find them cheaper. I've been waiting a few days, been buying them for like 19, 18 Lucent sometimes. Right now on Desire, as of making this video, these are typically going for 25. So on average, it will cost you, if you get the default trait, if you're buying the traits themselves, like this would cost you maybe like 60 Lucent, 60, 75, 75 here, give or take. This would cost you around like 225, 250-ish. Lucent, right, to fully gear out this ring, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my Amber ring. Well, actually I'm gonna level it up first, because there's a little mid-max tactic if you want to save as much materials. Level 7 and like 35-ish%. So let's go do that. Let's go level up the ring first. Amber dimensional band. So we're gonna level it up all the way to 7 first. Oh, I went a little too overboard. I forgot. Okay, so I kind of used an extra level. I should have done it like at this level, at level 7. I should have done it here, but I kind of just zoned out for a little bit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing my traits. What I call it, swing my gear around. So let's trade out our Imperial ring first. So we have health regen, enchant that there. Boom. Now I have all these. You might be saying these are saved for my Violent Signet. Once my Violent Signet gets all these traits, I'm gonna be feeding that. But for now, we're gonna be unlocking stun chance. Be careful. Make sure you do not use a good trait on these, because these things drop like candy. So I'm gonna make sure stun chance. All right, cool. So we're gonna unlock the trait. And now we're going to feed the other 2 in there. Okay, so once again, this was like 75, 75. At worst, maybe like you could probably spend like 300 Lucent. You might be saying, why would you want to do that? 300 Lucent? The thing is, once I'm going to swing. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the levels from this ring, right? I'm going to, because this ring is basically kind of just like, it doesn't really do much. It was a really good, like, piece of ring to get to my next level, but I'm going to level up my Imperial ring that's fully traded out, right? So it's fully maxed out level. So let's go do that. See, transfer blessing 0, right? But now if I transfer, let's go back here. If I transfer this piece of jewelry, it's going to max it out. And look at all that blessing, 960 blessing, right? So let's transfer it over. 960 blessing. So for the purpose of this video, we're only going to unlock one trait. Normally I would save these for like the high ticket items, like a plate of the field general, or, you know, like the boss, like those really rare weapons. I unfortunately have not got a single one of those, so we're going to use it just for like educational purposes. Like imagine this was a field general chest. So basically we're going to put here. So let's look at what's the most expensive for the Amber Dimensional Ring, right? Let's go see what's the most expensive first. We want to be able to min-max our gains as much as possible. So the Amber Dimensional Band. So it's basically between max health and skill damage boost. What's the most expensive? All right, so now let's see which one's the most expensive of the blues. So max health rings are typically going for anywhere between like 90 basically on the server. Yeah, 90 is a good point. So let's see how much skill damage boost was going for. So these are also going for 90 as well. So these are a little bit more expensive, 30% usually higher. People are trading out their gear. So basically we will get the... We'll do the skill damage boost because I'm just going to unlock it for the purpose of this video. Obviously this would work better if you are using like, you know, better pieces. Like when I get my plate of the field general, this would be perfect for that. So just then you know, this is just saying for those people upgrading their blue jewelry over. So let's go over here just for the purpose of this video. Let's unlock, we'll do skill damage boost. So we'll unlock that. So now if I go to my rings, I can use the blessing for an expensive piece, right? Use blessing. Here we go. Skill damage boost. Here we go. And then let's use skill damage boost again. Let's say that 225 Lucent that we spent, like maybe, let's just round up to 300. Let's say at worst we spent 300 Lucent to get that. To get the high roll, to get that skill damage boost, to get even 50%, you would need to buy 5 of these, and you're not even guaranteed. You might get lucky, you might bang one out, cool. The thing is, even at 50%, some people, they'll do is buy 5 of these, pop 5 of them to see if they get lucky. On the 6th one, they will risk their blessing, and my luck, I never get it. So that basically, those 300 Lucent, guaranteed that we got a purple, basically 2 purple upgrades for cheap. Like, so if we go back to the dimensional band rings here, so we guaranteed 2 400 Lucent upgrades right here. Obviously, the more expensive your server is, the better this is, but this is an option that I've been doing, and it's very nice. Obviously, this could work for almost any piece of gear. I just showed an example with the ring you get from the quest, because I know a lot of people will just, what I did on my main is I just gave that quest item straight to my purple ring, which I shouldn't have done. I should have traded it out and then gave it into it the way I did it here. But now you see that for the price of 300 Lucent, we have a skill damage boost all the way up to 2 extra levels, which is very nice. Obviously, if it came with the skill damage boost or max health on my jewelry, that would have been perfect, but unfortunately I did not get lucky. I got buff direction, so that's not bad. I mean, it could have been worse. So this is going to be very beneficial, especially for those purple items. Like, let's say one of the items I really need is field general. So I'm still on my grind of field general. I'm probably going to pity craft the chest, to be honest. So if we go here, max health, 500 Lucent, right? We can do that same tactic, what we did. We can put this bad boy in there. We can trade unlock it. Boom, that gives us 1. Or if we get lucky, super lucky, we can get that. Then we can just feed it 2 max. We can get 2 levels for free and save over, like, something that's worth 1,000 Lucent. We can get it for super cheap. So I guess we'll just do it with the chest of the field general. So let's see. I have way more than enough. Okay, so let's try this out with the plate of the field general. So we're gonna go to Stone Guard. So let's pity craft the field general. Can you still make the coins, or does not the dimensional tokens? You get it from the random chests. So if you're wondering how to get these dimensional bands, or what are they called? So maybe you go to random, right here. You have a chance at a dimensional essence, like the full piece. I've gotten really lucky, knock on wood, that I've gotten these pretty well. So right here, you can get like, you have like a 7% chance of pulling these whenever you open. So basically, that's really nice. And also, when you do randoms, you're going to get random dungeons, and that will let you craft these dimensional essence salvations. So let's craft this out. So normally, I would focus on your weapons first. I already have my weapons fully maxed out. I already got the traits I want. I already used the tactic I used right there. The tactic I was showing you, I already did on these weapons. So that's why I did the, text example. So now let's do it on the chest piece. So did we craft it? I think we did, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. So if we go back here, let's pity craft the field general chest. I mean, there's really nothing else to use my my pieces for. So right here, we're going to do plate of the field general. Okay, so we're going to crown that. It's a selection chest, so don't worry. Once you have that, you're able to choose the one you want. And we are going to go with, which is this one? This is the bonus damage one. So if we click here, plate of the field general, acquire. There we go. Beautiful. So gorgeous. Such a gorgeous chest piece. So let's go to my plate of the armor resistance. So I was going to plan on using this out. I was traded it out. I'm kind of silly for doing this, but I got ranged evasion, which is, so ranged evasion is not bad. So I want max health, definitely. Buff duration, definitely want that. Yeah, it works out for my build because I'm daggers. So if you weren't daggers, if you're like sword and board 2H, you probably would, I'm pretty sure you would probably go like ranged endurance. But since I'm more into like daggers with more ranged evasion, actually not a bad drop. So we'll go, so we're pretty good there. So the same thing here. So as you can tell, that piece is very expensive. I mean, you could roll the dice and trade convert it for 100. I'm going to conserve these. I've been using them quite often. So same tactic here. Don't really have any use for my trade unlock stones. I already got my weapons fully, traded out, or not traded, not fully tiered out, but like they have the traits I want, and I'm slowly getting them. So right here, we're going to unlock the max health. Actually, we'll do that at the end. So let's go back to my chest piece. So let's get a melee, endurance, and a ranged evasion. So let's go to the, so I know we're going to upgrade it, so let's just get the traits that I don't need. So we're going to get fodder, basically. So if we go to the plate of the resistance, so 25, 25, 27, just going to double check the health regen one. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we'll just go to the evasion. So we're going to go melee evasion on this. So melee evasion, melee evasion, melee evasion. Buy all three of them. 77 Lucent. So theoretically, this would cost you around the same thing that we did before. So around 250, 300 Lucent. You can guarantee 2 health upgrades. Because, I mean, like, how much is a purple health upgrade? So about 400, 400. So basically, for the price, so basically 300. So we do that fully traded out. We can guarantee one of these max health. That's worth almost 400. So we already, from one trade, we already freaking got more bang for our buck. Then the second one guaranteed too. So we basically saved almost 800 Lucent. So 750 Lucent was saved. So let's trade it out. Melee evasion. Obviously, it's just fodder for now. Only do this when you're about to upgrade it. Obviously, if you're using the chest piece for quite a bit, then do that. Perfect. A special too. Perfect. So now that we have this chest piece fully geared out, so now we're going to transfer. So we're going to do that same tactic for my plate of the field general. We're going to try to get level 7 and like 35-ish%. So if we level up the plate of the field general, do we have enough? We'll probably have to craft a few of them. Ooh, big money. 39%. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do is we are going to feed. We're going to transfer. So we're going to get this chest piece. Oop, make sure you unequip it, all of it, from all your builds. Here, to make sure you don't have it equipped in any of those builds. So now if we go down here and here, we're going to transfer 960 blessing. And now we have a fully upgraded plate of the field general. So now we just need max health. Do we have any max health already in the bank? Unlock trait. We are going to get max health. We don't. So we'll buy 2 from the auction house. Let's see how much max health isn't too pricey for the blues, but it can. It's a chest piece, 124. So right here. I mean, so even trying to do the blues here is kind of expensive. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to just do it right now. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to buy these 2. So just even trying to risk it for a 10% chance is 100. So especially on the chest piece with max health, this is very, very nice. So 250 here. So now I can guarantee one of the most expensive traits on my piece of gear here. With guaranteed blessing. So I'm going to use my blessing. Boom. Max. Yep. Use another blessing. And there you go. Just look at how much potential Lucent I could have saved right there. Like the fact that you would have to pop 10 of them. You may have got lucky with one of them. That could happen, obviously. But the thing is, My luck knowing, like, even if I pull the weapon I do need, it's always a bad trait. So we saved quite a bit of Lucent. We saved probably close to 500 or 400 Lucent after all this. So that's just a little tactic I wanted to show you. So even though it's mainly for the ring, the ring you get from the quest lines, just swing it over, what I like to call it. But for now, we'll save our Lucent because we still need the plate of the field journal. We still got other things to get. But just wanted to show you what little tactic I've been using. Usually works for the quest ring, and it also will work for the gear you're getting on the main right here. So now we're gonna use fodder. So if we go to the chest piece, so right here, this is a really good one. We're gonna get that one really cheap. 10 Lucent. The chest pieces in general are just kind of like a little bit pricier to begin with. So what you could do is you could just be feeding all the ranged evasion you get now into your chest piece, or you could just wait. Like what I'm doing is I will occasionally check the auction house, and right there you saw I got a chest piece with ranged evasion for 10 Lucent. Now why would I want that? Because now if I go to my plate of the field general, I can get with this. Now there is a 10% chance it will work. Do make sure this is off. Do not use your blessing yet. 10% chance, because right here we have a 10% chance to hit it. If we hit it, didn't work out, right? But we did get some blessing on top of it now. This is mainly, so you want to use the ranged evasion. I'm going to be using for blessing. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, I'm going to be saving it for the debuff duration. The debuff duration, or the buff duration, my bad. The buff duration is the one I want to get. The buff duration, how long does that last? Like, the buff duration is about 300-ish. Let's check the blue. How much is the blue worth? Too crazy. The blues aren't too expensive, actually. But they can, they can run you up. This is going to save you a lot of Lucent in the long run, obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. This kind of did help me out a lot when I was leveling up. I did test a lot of things, and I hope this helps out at least one of you. If one of you gets a lot of help from this, I feel like I did a good job. I feel like, you know what? I'm happy with that. But if you did, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. But most importantly, stay Zerging.